Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to download high-res videos just so I can read the trash talking. I hate doing it myself, and I hate being in any game that's doing it, no matter what side it's happening, just because I play this game for fun, and it stops being fun at that point. But this would be fun. Okay, that tower's really low. I don't know what they're going to try to do here. We've got... Wow, this is pretty big fight, and yet nothing happened. Singe was able to get a grab, but it didn't really lead to anything. But yeah, there's 5 blue people up top. Zillion and Shaco on the purple team are pushing middle. That tower is almost certainly going to go down. Now the question is, can they get the tower down on top? I don't know. That Singe does make life really hard. The fact that these are 2 tanks with lots of hit points, good AoE, good sort of AoE disable from Cho'Gath to knockup, and they didn't know where Twitch was, although Twitch is relatively low. And all in all, they're forced back. And yeah, it was a pretty tough situation. They may have been able to pull it off, but at the same time, I think maybe someone teleported to middle. I don't know. Just glancing here, it looks like we've got friendly Soraka, friendly Jaina, friendly Shaco. Yeah, they've all gone middle. I guess there's Shaco both teams. I gotta, keep track of this a little bit better here. Oh yeah, I'm definitely just catching some bannable language going on down there. It's probably a good thing it's a little fuzzy. Definitely some racist comments. Oh, hello, Cho'Gath. So, oh, that's interesting. So Olaf had enough money to complete his Frozen Heart, but he's decided to finish his boots first, and he's gone for Boots of Swiftness, which makes a lot of sense since he is going with a non-axe-oriented build. He really needs to be able to close in melee, so the Boots of Swiftness are really, really key there, especially since without the axe he can't slow anyone, so he's got no ranged attack and no way to slow people, so he needs to be able to close to melee, and he's got to be able to reach someone with the Phage, and ultimately the Frozen Heart, or Frozen Mallet once he gets a little bit more gold. Definitely a very nice build, especially with him. I know that's the sort of build that Riot has recommended for him, I think, from the Spotlight video, and maybe this guy is just copying that, or maybe he's tested enough and played through some variations and he knows it's the best. Yeah, Olaf engaged with Cho'Gath, but very quickly changed his targets to Twitch. Look at the damage just rack up there. Now Twitch is luckily able to just vanish in time to get out of trouble. Now Shaco, purple Shaco, enemy Shaco, I suppose I should say enemy Shaco since we're kind of watching from one point of view, has also joined the fight. Now he's another pretty squishy character. Now they're putting a lot of beats on Cho'Gath right now, but that is not going to result in anything. That Shaco is just standing there. I bet he's got to be the doppelganger. Oh, he's not! Okay, so he just hallucinates in time and then deceives. Where is he gone? Probably the bush. Oh, no, there he is. Are they going to be able to snipe him? I don't think so. I'm surprised there's not more time bombs going down from Zillion, but his mana is a little bit on the low side, so he may be trying to save up enough for an ultimate. We shall see. So Shaco is still there. We don't know where Twitch is. Just taking a glance at the minimap. In fact, we don't know where anyone else is on their team. Who's the other person on their team? Oh, I'm so bad at this. Oh! Nice ultimate there. Kills. Yep, there Shaco is definitely called Huge Titties. Oh, there we go. There's Singe at the bottom. So we've got Twitch, Zillion, and Cho'Gath defending top. Singe is pushing bottom, and of course Shaco just died. Should almost write this down. Who's on what team? So it looks like Soraka's gone to defend the bottom. Is it Soraka? I think it must be. I'm probably getting this wrong all the time. Wow, nice snipe on Twitch there. That was perfect. He should not have been that far from the tower. He's just way too squishy, and that is ultimately the problem with Twitch. He's either going to get fed, he's going to pick up enough early assassinations that he's going to be able to do so much damage that he's just going to be able to kill anyone one-on-one easily, and in a team fight he'll just pop his ultimate and kill multiple people at once, or he's going to not be able to kill people fast enough, and he's just going to get focus fired. I mean, you can always focus fire Twitch to a certain extent, but he can still sometimes win team fights, especially if he's smart enough to not reveal himself until everyone's sort of engaged themselves and use their CC, use their AoE. So Ezreal is hiding in the bush, and so is Shaco. Oh, while the clone, the doppelganger, is out and invisible. He just blew himself. Cho'Gath may be vulnerable here, but he's got really a lot of hit points. And oh, there's a lot of enemy players here. They're in big, big trouble. The enemy Shaco's gotten quite low. Okay, it does go down, but ultimately, that did not go well for the good guys. Let's pick a side. Let's root for blue team. Yeah, 3 people dead for 1 kill. I don't know if that all happened there. It wasn't good. Looks like one of the blue team members has a clairvoyance, which they're using to scout at the bottom. I guess I do remember seeing a few of the clairvoyance spells go off. So top tower may be getting pushed pretty hardcore here. Singed is definitely going to do some nice damage. Well, Singed is able to keep down the friendly minions, so that the enemy minions are going to be able to do consistent damage on the tower. There's Soraka duking it out with Twitch. She's going to be safe by her tower there. So their Singed has just tower dived, and so is their Zillion, who's actually got the tower aggro right now, but Singed is going to take it back now. Especially with his poison going down, he's not able to stay within tower range without getting aggro for quite some time until that clears off. But he's definitely pushed back at that point. It was close for them. They actually did a pretty good job of not getting themselves killed in tower range. Tower diving is really an art, and I certainly have not really mastered it. You know, there's plenty of occasions where I have missed the opportunity to tower dive because I was too nervous to do it, and then plenty of other occasions where I tower dived when I shouldn't have. Very hard thing to read. A lot of it comes down to who you've got around you as a teammate. So, bottom is kind of boring here. Olaf is definitely hoping that someone picks up the bait of Soraka being alone. I'm very sorry. This is kind of late for me to be doing a replay. As I've said before, I'm an old man. It's past my bedtime. Oh, enemy Shaco is around. We just saw the smoke puff. It's very interesting that Shaco becoming stealthed, while doing it from the bushes, you can still see the smoke puff of him doing that. Or is it the smoke puff of the Jack-in-the-Box? I think it's both, potentially. So Olaf's going back here, and it looks like he's looking at an elixir. That is pretty bold. He's actually debating a little bit between Fortitude and Oracles, but he's definitely going Oracles. And of course, yeah, with Twitch by itself, Oracles is really good. Especially Olaf, if you're playing him, you know, you've got this tanky thing with the Frozen Mallet. You're very hard to kill. And generally speaking, you want your oracles on people who are hard to kill. Arguably, sometimes on a support character who really does hang back, like Soraka, may be an okay choice because she's not going to be getting into the thick of things quite so much. But a lot of times it's preferable to have it on the tank. So he's definitely going to want that to be able to spot Twitch if he's around, but also it gives you a chance to get the kill on Shaco, who's normally an extraordinarily hard character to kill because he can just deceive away so easily. So by having the oracles, you take away his stealth from his deceive. Now he's still able to use it as a sort of a mini flash, but it's pretty big. Now there's a little bit of a scuffle going on near the dragon here. Cho'Gath is around, and we've got 4 friendly players, plus Cho'Gath and Singed on the enemy team. And they're certainly going to get reinforced here. Now, I don't know how many players the enemy team is aware of. Right now, Jaina is baiting, but they've got to assume that she's not alone, I would think. But I don't know for sure that they've spotted the rest of the gang. They may have to make a move here. So we've got Singed that we know about. So, yeah, Clairvoyance has just gone down. That's very nice here. Looks like Shaco may be getting ready to deceive through the wall. Singed is moving in. He's going to be trying to grab, and Cho'Gath comes from the bottom. So sort of a sandwich maneuver between the tanks. On the other hand, they're a little spread out. This is a tough team fight. Jaina gets very low. Now, she ults to keep herself up, both to defend with knockback, but also to heal herself, and it does definitely work. She got really, really low. Now, Singed does take out Ezreal, but friendly Shaco takes out Twitch. Olaf takes out Singed. Now, things are pretty low here. Looks like enemy Shaco has still got a lot of health, and there's definitely some gankable people here. They're going to have to be careful. Jaina is definitely sort of pushing the extreme of the boundaries here, but